Welcome back to Athletics. We've been talking about the reality of Jesus Christ. And one of those realities we talked about was that he created everything and everyone for himself. And a part of this creation that's really distinct that I want us to start building on as we go through the next few weeks is that he has created us with bodies. We've been working those out. We've been doing a lot of fitness. He's created with minds to be able to understand. We're hearing these messages and we're understanding, but he's also created us with a heart. And we've talked about that, right? We said just a couple messages ago that Jesus addresses the heart very often and that we can actually do things in our actions, in our outward behavior that doesn't align with our heart. And we use the example that we can offer a Webby because our coach says to or because our parent says to, and our heart's not aligned with that. We're extending a gesture of friendship, an extension of friendship with offering a handshake or a Webby, and yet our heart might not really desire that friendship. It might actually be angry or frustrated or jealous. And so the heart is a powerful thing. Now, when Jesus talks about the heart, he's not talking about our heart that beats, the muscle that pumps blood in our body. The heart is our soul. It's the center of who we are. And that's what Jesus is talking about when he talks about the heart. And so as we continue to progress, looking at the life and ministry of Jesus and how our response to him as King and as God affects everything that we do in life, we're going to transition now over the next few weeks and look at some of the parables that Jesus taught. And so I want to first start by just introducing what a parable is and why Jesus used parables to teach. And then starting on Saturday, we're going to look at our first parable. But Jesus taught using something called parables. And what a parable is it's a short story that Jesus would tell that would kind of have a double meaning. And so he would tell a story that would relate to life. It would relate to our world. It would have characters and setting and different situations that would help us understand. But he was telling these stories for us to better understand spiritual truth, to understand the things in the world that we can't necessarily see. And oftentimes, most of the time, he was telling these parables to get to our heart, to get to the center of who we were. And so we're going to look at a number of parables, but before we do, let's look at why Jesus taught parables. And so today's message is actually called Beware of Having a Hard Heart. Because here's the truth. In our sin, each of our hearts is hard towards God, meaning in our own strength, in our own power, even in our own desires, none of us naturally desire to have a relationship with God in which we honor him and submit to him. And so we want to have hearts that are soft and open to who God is, to what he's saying to us and teaching us and the way that he wants us to respond to him. And so we need to beware of how sin causes our hearts to be hardened. And that's what the purpose of the parables was to chip away at these hard hearts so that we might have a heart surgery, that Jesus would take out our hard heart and put in a heart soft and open to him. Now, oftentimes as kids, you might hear your parents say, okay, I want you to listen to me. And you say, okay. And they start talking to you, but you're not really listening, right? And that's an evidence of a hard heart, that though your parents are saying something to you, you're not listening. You're refusing to listen. I know I do it with my boys. I even say, like, I've said this to you 97 times. Haven't you heard? Yeah, I've heard. Okay, well, why aren't you doing it? And so there's actually this way with our hearts being hard that we can hear but not really listen, right? We can hear what's being said, but it doesn't affect us. And so Jesus is going to address that hard-heartedness with parables. And so Jesus is continuing towards the cross. He's continuing his life of living this rescue mission for people. And we come to this encounter where he is on the shore of a great lake. He's standing in a boat and he's addressing people. He's teaching people and he's using parables. And so his disciples come up to him and ask, and they say, Jesus, why do you teach in parables? It's a great question, right? Why do you tell these stories that kind of have a double meaning and sometimes are hard to understand? And this is what Jesus says. This is from the book of Matthew, chapter 13, starting in verse 13. This is Jesus speaking. He says, "This is why I speak to people in parables. Though seeing, they do not see. Though hearing, they do not hear or understand. In them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah. You will be ever hearing, but never understanding. You will be ever seeing, but never perceiving. For this people's heart has become hard. They hardly hear with their ears, and they have closed their eyes. Otherwise, they might see with their eyes, hear with their ears, understand with their hearts, and turn, and I would heal them." And so Jesus says what we've already said, right? That though they have eyes, they don't see. Though they have ears, they're not hearing. And what he means is there was generations of people who God had been communicating with, who God had been trying to get their attention, and they weren't hearing and they weren't seeing because their sinful hearts were hard towards God. And so Jesus is saying, now that I'm here, now that the Father has sent me on this rescue mission, I am going to use these parables to open their ears, to open their eyes, to soften their hearts so that they might understand who I am, why I've come, and they'll turn to me and be healed. Because here's the truth that is as true as anything else in the world. Every one of us has that sin problem that we've been talking about. And we've said that it's a heart problem. Our hearts are hard and they need to be made new so that we would turn to Jesus and ask for his forgiveness and be healed as the one who is king that has come to rescue his people. And so he speaks in parables. He speaks in these stories so that he might attack the heart, so that he might get to our heart and soften it. And so we're going to go over some of these parables over the next few weeks. But here's the encouragement for today. I want you to be aware of your hard heart. I want you to be aware of in class when I'm giving instruction or your parents are giving instruction. Are you listening? Are you hearing what they have to say? Is your heart open and turned towards what your parents have to say? Because if your heart is not open and turned towards God, it won't be open and turned towards your parents. And so we have this opportunity in response to Jesus calling us, in response to Jesus bringing us to himself, to open our hearts and to listen to instruction and to listen to what our brothers and sisters have to say in athletics class, because we have a God who loves us and he cares about our heart. He doesn't want our hearts to be hard. In fact, he cares so much about our heart that he sent his son from heaven to earth to live a life of perfect obedience. Jesus' heart was perfectly turned to God the Father his whole life. And then as the King of the universe, he stepped into the place of a sacrifice so that we could cling to him and trust him and have him be our Savior and our rescuer. And he promises when that happens, he will give us a new heart. And part of the way that he reaches us, part of the way that he communicates with us is through these parables that we're going to be going over the next few weeks. And so I'm really excited to open these parables and to hear Jesus teach on what it looks like to follow him and to trust him with hearts that are wide open and made new by what he's done for us on the cross. And then here's another great promise of truth. Jesus Christ, when he died on the cross, didn't stay that way. He raised from the dead. He rose again. He ascended back into heaven, and he's sitting on the throne with the Father, ruling and reigning as the King of the universe. And so that means we have a friend in Jesus. We have a king in Jesus. We have a provider in Jesus. We have someone who prays for us. We have someone who just has such longing and love for us that he will take care of us, and nothing can separate us from him. And so that's why these parables are so important, is they show us the heart of Jesus and how his heart is to give us new hearts. And so we need to beware of these hard hearts we have, these sinful hearts that turn from God. And there's this reality that even when we are in Christ, when we've trusted in him, our hearts can sometimes get hard. We can forget about all the good that God has done for us, and we can start to turn our back on him. And as we read these parables, we're reminded of all the good that God has done for us, and we're able to turn our hearts back to him. And so even if you are Jesus's today, I want you to be aware of how your heart can tend towards hardness. And so let's open our ears, let's open our eyes, let's be ready for instruction, both from coaches and parents, but ultimately from God and the instruction that he's given us in his word to know him and to love him and to love others. And so we're going to have a great opportunity in athletics today to practice having ears open, eyes open, and hearts turned towards God. And a way we can demonstrate that in athletics is by serving one another with our words, with our actions, webbies, high fives, encouragements. And so put this into practice today. Beware of your hard heart. Turn towards God and trust him, because he loves you and he cares for you. Let me pray for our workout today. Father, thank you so much that you care so deeply about our hearts, that you love us and you want our hearts to be soft and open to you, so much so that you sent your son Jesus to rescue us from our sin and to give us new hearts. Would you help us to always have our hearts soft and open and ready to receive whatever it is you have for us, and help us to practice that today in athletics. Help us to trust you and to have our ears and eyes open to you, and the way we love and serve each other be a demonstration of our new hearts. We thank you so much. In Jesus' name, amen. It's Wednesday, session 11. We're getting fit. Here's our warm-up. You're going to set a 2-minute timer. You're going to do 10 donkey kicks and 20 ski jumpers, as many times through as you can in 2 minutes. Get your blood pumping. Get ready for this awesome workout. All right, Olson's going to demonstrate our warm-up today. 2-minute clock, 10 donkey kicks, 20 ski jumps, as many times as you can. Get that blood flowing. Here we go, Olson. 10 donkey kicks. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And then ski jumps over the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All the way up to 20. Get a good warm-up. Okay, today's technique session is building off the press. We're going to put the press and a squat together. We call it a thruster. So you're going to need your soup cans. Watch this demonstration and of how to do thrusters, and then set a 5-minute timer. Get lots of practice. All right, we're going to demonstrate the thruster. This is a great movement. In fact, Olson was just practicing and said it makes him feel really buff. And it is a good workout. You get strong doing this one. So it starts with just a squat. So Olson, demonstrate a good squat for us. Good. Heels stay on the ground. Feet are hip width apart. Heads up. Chest is high. Do another one. Good. Okay, now pick up your cans and demonstrate for a press for us. Okay. Start thumbs on your shoulder, press up. Good. Now we're just going to put those two movements together. So Olson's elbows are up. He's in his squat position. He's going to squat and then press at the top. Back again. Keep your elbows up. Good. Keep your elbows up. Nice. Up again. Good. Elbows up. Again. Nice. One more. So you've got the thruster. Spend 5 minutes practicing that. If you need to do some squat practice, do that. If you need to do some press practice, put it together. Key is keep your heels on the ground, chest high, and elbows up on your press during the squat. Get good thruster work here. This is a great movement. All right, here's today's workout. As many rounds as possible in 6 minutes. You're going to set that timer. You're going to do 5 burpees. Then you'll do 5 thrusters with your soup cans. Then you've got 5 shuttle sprints. Down and back sprint is 1. You'll have 5 of those. We're going to look to do about 5 meters apart. We'll demonstrate that here now. Watch. Okay, today's workout's going to be a good one. Olson's going to demonstrate for us. It's going to be 5 burpees, 5 thrusters, and 5 shuttle sprints. As many rounds of that as you can in 6 minutes. So you'll set a 6-minute timer. Olson's going to demonstrate 1 round. Are you ready, Olson? Starting with burpees. 3, 2, 1, go. Good. 1, 2. Nice work, son. Keep it up. 3, 4. Good. 5. Now go to your thrusters. Good position here. Down to your shoulders. Good. Keep those elbows up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep those heels down. 5. Okay, now 5 sprints. Go from the rocks to the garage is 1. Nice work. Good. Go again. 1, 2. And he would do that 5 times total to complete the round. Work hard. Bless each other. And reflect God's greatness through this workout. We'll see you next week. Hope you guys are ready to have fun with this one. Today, we're playing Flamingo Battle. It is a game that I've played for a long, long time. It's a lot of fun. It's a great game to bless your opponents because you're going to be competing hard against one another. It gives you an opportunity to help each other up. To really just serve each other in this game. And so watch now the demonstration of Flamingo Battle. All right, so this is Flamingo Battle. Now, if you know, a flamingo stands on 1 foot. And so Olson and I are going to be standing on 1 foot as we play this game. And the goal is to get the other person to let go of their foot and have to step down. Or if you're playing in grass, maybe even to fall over. We're not going to make each other fall over on the concrete here, but we're going to try and get each other to step down. You can play lots of rounds of this. Each time someone touches their foot, it's a point. Keep score. Have fun. Bless your opponent. Work hard together. Make each other better and glorify God. Reflect His goodness and His love through this game. Are you ready, Olson?
Yep.
Good luck.
You too.
Ready? Go. Oh. Oh, I got the point. Play that, have fun, get lots of points. We'll see you on Saturday.